All right, again, first touch is everything in soccer. So doing keepy-ups, juggling, everyone's got different names for it. It's such a good tool to just improve. I've seen very few have I seen a player that can do juggling very, very well, that also wasn't very good with their first touch and comfortable on the ball in general. So the simplest way to do it, if you're just starting out with juggling, or you're not able just to comfortably do it multiple times, is, I believe Ian said it was called
Staircase.
Staircase. So staircase is just, you're going to catch the ball after each one, working your way up. So I just do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you notice when I'm doing it, the ball, when I'm doing it right, so again, touch isn't what it used to be, it was spinning, okay? So that's showing that I'm bringing my knee up, I'm making contact, and making the ball spin back to me. If you make contact like this, the ball's gonna end up towards Ian. So if I'm taking my touch and I'm doing like this, the ball's gonna roll and it ends up going away from me. So I've got to make sure I'm making it spin back to me. So again, you can use staircase. As you get more comfortable, you could then just add in where you start just juggling in general. And we could see there when I took the bad touch, I was sprung away. When I'm taking good touches, it's not usually going above my knee, and the ball's got a constant spin on it. You can see that spin. If you do that, you should be able to keep it close. The higher you go, the harder it's going to be to keep the ball under control. So the closer to knee height, making the ball spin, knees up, and then here. That little motion there. Anytime we end up like this, the ball's going to end up going forward and away from us. So just make sure we take that into concept. We take that same concept, see how my knees are, not as flexible as I used to be. You can do it with your knees too. And you can do, if you're struggling with the knees, staircase that one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing with your head. Try and do it. The sun's pretty bright. We just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so forth, working your way up on that one. Adding to that, once you've done keep-ups for a while, obviously we don't want the ball in the air the whole time. We want to get it back on the ground. So we're just going to do it multiple ways that you can work on bringing the ball out of the air. First one, laces. Throwing the ball up, and I'm just catching the ball, and I'm getting it on the ground. Think of cushioning it. You don't want to hit the ball, you're wanting to cushion the ball. So almost slowing the ball down in the air. So the ball's there, and I'm just slowing it down. Ooh, that was nice. Right, stuck to the foot quite nice. That's one you could work on there. If you want to make it more difficult, don't start by throwing it way in the air. Make sure you're progressing yourself in the height that you're throwing the ball up, because I see kids just immediately throw it up and they're really not getting anything out of it because it's too difficult for where they're at. So again, just throw as high to get the idea of it down. You can just bring the ball down and you're in control. Next part, using the inside the foot. So you'll notice some of the other videos where we're using different parts of our feet. We're still using them, but just maybe the ball's in a different area. So this one, same idea. I'm throwing the ball up inside the foot, and I'm changing around. If you notice, the position I ended up in should remind people that watch the video when we're doing inside outside. I'm still bent over the ball, look at my body position, and it's setting me up not only to bring the ball at the air, but to explode and change direction. So for example, Ian's over here in the camera. If I'm trying to go away from him, I can take it and I'm already in a position to protect the ball and to explode and change direction. So if you can get into the habit of being able to take a first touch out of the air and take it directionally the way you want to go, it could be away from the opponent, it could be towards the goal, whatever you're trying to do, where you're trying to pass it, that obviously gives you an advantage. The last one I like out of the air with my feet is outside the foot, where you're whipping around. And if you notice, same thing, that last video where I talked about getting around the ball, you're doing the same thing, just adding the technique of it being out of the air. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Anything you want to add?
No, I think you just about covered it all. I know anytime I'm working on things like this, I try to imagine or envision the situation on the field I would be in where I'd be using it, so that I know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish and when I would do this. So when you're working on these, I would definitely come up with a scenario in your head of what you're trying to do. So like Coach Steven said there, he was using me as an opponent to take that touch away from me. So you don't even have to have an object there that you're taking a touch from, but just know that, okay, my opponent would be here. What would I do in this situation? So use your imagination, get creative, you know, have an idea of what you're actually trying to accomplish.
And that goes for all the skills. I think everything, if you go back on the other ones, imagine there's an opponent. Ask yourself, have you pushed the ball far enough away to take it away from a player's leg? Like, where would the ball be? Where would the opponent be? Have I changed speeds to get away from all these different things? But we'll go into more detail, probably some more videos moving forward about maybe visualization and all those things. But any questions, you'll be able to ask us anyway. Okay? All right, cheers, guys.